Hello, my name is Clint Sankiewicz. First of all, I want to say that I'm humbled, honored, and above all proud to be part of the Peace360 initiative. Having spent the last 25 years working in and around mental health, it was a blessing to connect with and join with an organization that shares my same values and passion to serve. One of the best compliments I've ever received during that time was that I was an advocate. Throughout my career, I've enjoyed my work with the severe and persistently mentally ill in psychiatric hospitals, the underserved, and those in need in community mental health centers. I've worked with a lot of vulnerable populations, elderly, children, the disabled, and even veterans in palliative care. I've done a good deal of work presenting at national conferences, research, publishing, teaching, and supervising. And above all, I've become passionate in program development and being an advocate for change on a much larger scale. But before I tell you a little bit more about me, I couldn't really do so without telling you a little bit more about some of the people who've influenced me the most in my career and in my life. Growing up, my grandmother and grandparents, for that matter, were wonderful influences in my life. I owe much to them. Working with the developmentally disabled and making her voice known in active communication with our elected officials, she was a champion for the helpless, those who could not advocate for themselves, the poor, the lost, the hopeless, and the forgotten. She was an advocate for equal rights for women and all minority populations without a voice. She drew her strength from Christ and provided me with a foundation and love and compassion and redemption that, while I didn't know it at that time, would later come to save my life. She was also an advocate for peace and very much a pacifist and supporter of people like Jesus Christ, Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, the Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, among others. She was always active in prayer and would stand up when disaster struck our local community and providing aid in any way that she could through her kindness, her time, and love. As such, mental health, conflict management, disaster relief, and other principles that the Peace360 initiative stands for would come to be imbued across my own work in mental health over the last 25 years. I wish I could say that the road was a smooth one, but it was not. It was much more broken than that, unfortunately. I went through some things growing up, overcoming learning disabilities, alcohol addiction in my family, abusive behavior, and everything that goes with that in the family. But I have to say, I was blessed throughout all of that. I've had folks in my life who loved me and would see me through even my darkest times. Jesus would bestow his grace and mercy on me later in life by lending me one of his angels who would later become my wife. She was with me through some of my darkest times, following the loss of my mother, overdose of my nephew, and my own personal divorce. I struggled greatly, spiraled out of control after some of these events. I lost my way and fell away from Christ. She brought light in my life and loved me truly in the way that Jesus does. Through Christ, her, and our daughter, they've inspired me to be a better person, a better man, and brought restoration and redemption into my life. And for that, I'm truly thankful. We work together now in a small Christ-based counseling center in efforts to bring Christ's love and healing to our own community. In a similar spirit as that of Peace360 initiative, we try to reach out to the larger community, offer pro bono services, and reach those in need and try to make a much larger impact on our community. We're passionate about God, each other, and ending human suffering. Together as a family, we enjoy our time together, whether it's outdoors, hiking, camping, traveling, or just going to the store, listening to music in a car, laughing together. We certainly do love our pets. We're passionate about animals, fitness, running, tennis, cooking, you name it. We just love to be together more than anything. When I look back over my life so far, it's pretty clear that the values and mission of Peace360 have been there all along. In our prayers, our hopes, we have much desire in our hearts to branch out and affect change on an even larger scale. And thankfully, God has brought Peace360 and myself together so that I can bridge these things. 2020 has brought in a multitude of challenges that have had a negative impact on us at a larger scale, whether it be the environment, the planet, or even us as individuals, organizations, businesses, and the community. There's a great dis-ease, unrest, and suffering in the world. And I believe the impetus is on us, as Mahatma Gandhi once said, to be the change that we want to see. More than ever, we need the Peace360 initiative and God's grace to be that change. Through Peace360's focus on mental health, conflict management, disaster relief, we can see greater peace in ourselves, the community, our nation, and the world. I truly believe that in my heart. I believe mental health is indeed at the root of this cause. I've seen this in my work as a psychologist for many years. The word psychology itself derived from the Greek word meaning the study of the psyche or the soul. We have that in common. We're all beings. We're all human beings. At the core, we're looking for similar things: acceptance, love, safety, belonging. Together, we can achieve those things. If diversity is our greatest power, then I say to you, unity is our greatest strength. As I walk with you on this journey, I look forward to exemplifying humanity, humility, compassion, commitment, voluntary service, impartiality, unity and diversity, nonviolence, and community. I look forward to learning, growing, and serving with you all in this journey. Thank you very much.